Today, we're making arrows. Shaun of the Dead style. Cue the music. What you need is paper for template, pencil, something bigger than your eyeball, or a compass. Very sharp cutting implement, scissors, screwdriver, and couch cushion foam, and duct tape, a nickel or a penny, an arrow that you can buy at Walmart, closed cell phone from a cam pad or a yoga mat. First step, piece of paper, and something that's bigger than someone's eye. Trace it out, make a template, do it 3 times, or have a compass, draw it out. If you're smart, pull it 3 times. So all you have to do is once, and you cut it out. Oops. Put those together, you have your template. After you do that, poke a hole through the exact center. Then, you take your foam pieces, right, you take a foam or a piece, then you trace it on some foam, and keep in mind, 4 of these rings will make up 1 arrow. Then, after you trace it out, take a screwdriver and poke it through a hole. And the hole will leave way to your arrow. You have 3 of these and stack it up. As you have your foam on a shish kebab, take your little dipstick and you coat the arrow and also your pieces of foam. Both sides for your pieces of foam. What I like to do is I hit it with a heat gun. Help start the process. Takes it from, 5 minutes to half a minute. So we move it on down and we apply some pressure. All right. We add some bit of glue to the nickel. Nickel or a penny. I suggest a nickel because it's a heavier denomination of coin. So that little extra weight will help it fly. Alright. Once again, heat gun. Alright. Then you take a piece of tape and you put it over it. So make sure that the nickel stays in place, doesn't slide around. Alright, Then you take another one of these, glue both sides, place it on there. No hole required. And by the way, the nickel is there to make sure it doesn't punch through this part or enter someone. Make sure that when you have an arrow, it doesn't have a head on it. Trust me, no matter amount of change would stop an arrowhead that is pointed. Next step. Alright, put some tape onto the arrow and attach it so the head of the arrow to make sure it's firmly secured on there. This is not exactly done yet. I'm gonna add some couch cushion foam to give it a little extra more padding. Alright, we're gonna give it about an inch or two of couch cushion foam. So if you're gonna be cutting, hold it flat down as much as you can, and remember, be very, very safe. My fingers are pretty in danger, so do it slow and do it with a sharp box cutter. And be very mindful of where you're cutting and how you're cutting. Better you cut now, less shaping you have to do later. I suggest shaping be done with some scissors. After that's done, put a glue on. Alright, with the open cell foam, it's quite absorbent. So be generous with your glue. Alright. And you put some tape on. Then, after that, I'll show you my little special touches I put on my ammunition. Little key points when you're putting on tape upon this. Not to squish down the arrow, because you can easily, do that. Because we want as much cushion as we can possibly can. And make sure you trim the sides up so you can fold it. You can just trim it. After that's done, poke holes right in the sides of the arrow so the air has a place to escape. So it can poof right back out. This way, when it impacts, all the force will be dispersed a little bit. For a little extra, make sure you tape right here up. Then you can put some glow-in-the-dark tape here and clear tape. Now for a very important pro tip. Alright, at night, you're going to lose some arrows. To prevent that, have glow-in-the-dark tape right at the end and right where the fletching is. I kind of put it here a little bit prematurely. I shouldn't have put it right here, but it's alright. It kind of affects if you put it right about here on the arrow. It will affect, you know, the flight pattern a little bit. So here in the end, have glow-in-the-dark tape. And to make sure the glow-in-the-dark tape still does its job, have clear tape over it. Trust me on this one. When you're looking for an arrow, it really comes in handy. Alright, last pro tip. Make sure that your arrows are unique, and that will be associated to you. A different color, you're using one style of arrows. Even then, have something to make it different, like a streak of pink or something very unique. So it will be associated to you, so your arrows will be returned to you. That'll be it for this arrow making tutorial. Make sure you stay hydrated. Oh my god, it's LARP. Oh my god, it's LARP. Oh my god, it's LARP.